On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
What am I gonna do with all these George Foreman grills?
After crashing a high society art gala.
You had just finished rubbing elbows at a hoity-toity art party. You talked to some of the people at the party for a little bit, and then you noticed that Vuslag, the leader of the Leadsmiths, was there and seemed to know who some of you were. And Tumen mistook Chester and Psycheer as art critics.
You say mistook, she was told we were.
Micah's Angels have some new leads.
Whenever you finished bullshitting your way about art, you got some important information out of Tumen. She had been sponsoring a bill to basically raise a standing army for Alkenstar, but her bill doesn't look like it's going to gain a lot of public support because most people are pretty confident in Alkenstar's current defenses and don't see the need for it.
But their enemies are hot on their heels.
You guys were being ambushed. You were going down the elevator, you see it stop suddenly while you're talking, the doors open, and you see a whole gaggle of Leadsmiths.
Geese?
Yeah, it's a whole squad of geese. They have bowler hats on and guns. You're gonna die today. Everybody roll initiative.
Hold the elevator, cause it's time to fight.
Your goose is cooked.
Out like geese.
Honk.
Me neither. Die.
Now.
So it's a fancy party you guys just went to.
Sure was.
This place actually looked like it had real food, though.
Yeah, like a whole turkey?
Like turkey.
Actually, supposedly, it's not turkey.
Oh, you never said
Was
what
it
it
a
was.
goose?
So
Oh, I wish it was a goose, but it's not a goose. I think if I look at my little notes for what was in her suite, the kitchen area, 12 kitchen staff busily work in this hot room preparing the food that's whisked away by 6 waiters. The head chef is preparing the main course, which consists of 50 roasted peacocks.
Whoa.
Oh, God. She's one of those.
Well,
Yeah.
that might be a farmed animal there. We don't know Alkenstar's thing. Peacocks are just fancy turkeys? Is there a reason why you wouldn't eat a peacock, or is they just too pretty? Like, I'd eat a peacock if I had the chance.
I'd eat a peacock if I had the chance.
There's actually not
I wonder
many.
what their meat would taste
There's
like.
not many animals I would not
Probably
eat
chicken.
if I had the chance.
Have you had goose?
No, I have.
You should
no.
have goose.
Did you make us a goose one time?
No,
I
he
made
made
you
duck.
You made duck. Then no, I have not had goose.
Goose tastes like roast beef.
Oh.
I thought the duck tasted like roast beef.
Is
Goose tastes more like roast beef.
Is goose red meat?
Not technically, but it's also expensive.
Yeah.
Unless you hunt your own. And very fatty.
There's a park full of geese where I'm from.
Listen, if there weren't rules that say you can't kill the geese,
Whose rules?
I think there's ordinances in place like don't kill the geese.
You're able to hunt Canada geese here.
But not in the city.
Not in the city,
Well, I mean,
no.
that
But
makes
like,
sense.
you can also hunt swans. Which are just
Really?
big geese, yes.
I wonder what a swan would taste like.
It would
Big
make me
goose.
so sad. 'Cause
Why?
Swans are partners for life. So you kill this poor swan's partner.
Kill 'em both.
And they
Yeah, I was about to say, just kill them both.
they just live sad for the rest of their life.
Not if you kill them both.
That's right.
Oh, so since we're completely avoiding what Derek wanted us to talk about, I'm going to tell a story. I used to volunteer at a senior center, and they had a pair of swans that were named Romeo and Juliet. And at one point in time, Romeo was found floating dead in the water.
Oh.
He just died. He was old. And they tried to introduce Romeo too, and Juliet killed him.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, because swans, like geese, are vicious,
Oh,
nasty
they're still
beasts.
vicious, nasty beasts.
Well, hold on.
I never said they weren't. Just said they're romantic.
What you got to get swans?
Only that
geese.
they're related to geese and are basically big geese.
They are terrifying.
Fucking hate geese.
You ever been really close to one? They're huge.
No, I don't make a habit of
Ironically,
getting close to
in a-
sociopathic animals.
Sad way, farm geese
Are the nicest
nicest
geese.
ones.
I mean, that makes sense. They're used to people.
But wild geese are vile, evil creatures.
Yeah, they're wild animals.
But like wild ducks are kind of fine. Wild ducks don't give a
Because
shit about
ducks
you.
can't hurt you.
Geese can, and they know it.
They're like the hippopotamuses.
Drow can verify the geese on my walk around the pond near us
It's your own
know me.
fault. It's your own fault.
They know that I won't put up with their shit.
Oh, I think there's a goose outside, Derek. They're coming.
You know what you should do one day when you go walking? You should take that horn with you and honk at the geese.
You're right.
See what they
We
do.
need to go on a walk, guys.
Video this, or just do it
All
with
right,
us here.
episode's over. We got to go on a walk.
But like, man, Drow can attest though, the geese there, when they're in the path and they see me, they do that little head nod. There's a head nod, and I do it back and I stare at them, and then they waddle out of the path and hiss at me every time. Or they'll just hiss at me. They won't hiss at you, they'll hiss at me.
You challenge them
and
and
I'll
they
hiss
stand
back.
down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Supposedly. Or at least they'll get out of my way. Like, I won't go after them, but I'll challenge them back and they'll get out of my way and I'll hiss.
They're afraid of
So
you.
I grew up pretty affluent. The foods that I had at fancy parties.
Yeah, I was going to say, Drow has the real opinion here. The rest of us are just
I was like, where is
little
this coming
country
from?
folk.
And then I remembered that I started a conversation about fancy foods. Anyway,
What does caviar taste like?
It's gross. It's just salty
Oh,
and
I like
a little like
a little fishy,
musky.
maybe?
why is it hors d'oeuvres? Why is it spelled like
or
that?
hors d'oeuvres,
Hors
as I've heard
d'oeuvres.
people say.
Horse divorce is just the way that it is in high society.
Take a soup.
Snail is nasty. Eel is actually pretty okay,
Is there-
like jellied eel.
Do you
about
like
to say-
calamari?
It's okay.
I liked it when I had it.
It has to be
One
very
time.
fresh calamari and not, the rings, because those are not calamari.
No.
Is there any rich people food that's actually just banging and not just shitty and dressed
Bacon
up funny?
wrapped filet mignon tips.
Okay, now that does sound tasty.
Either that or like bacon wrapped scallops.
What's it? I've never had scallops. Are they good?
It's like a clam.
Oh, okay.
Jacob, you got offered a piece of scallops by the dude at those cooking in front of you Japanese restaurants like a year ago.
And
You forgot it? You've had scallops.
I didn't eat it. Did
You
I?
didn't?
I don't
I
think I
think-
did.
I thought you
think I
took
was
the piece.
too awkward to try it.
I don't know. I thought you did. But I would be more trustworthy in this because
Listen,
you wouldn't remember.
For me to try something, I have to have it more than once. I have to have it until I can remember it.
Doesn't
Jacob,
exist.
it doesn't exist for you then.
Whenever it's actual food, usually it's at least edible. Sopapilla cheesecake that you can have in really tiny squares that usually has a little bit of chocolate on it and then sprinkle some cinnamon.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But once you get into forget what it's called, like the gastro arts where it's texture and flavor things that are just these itty bitty little dollops of stuff that you're supposed to
The Michelin star bullshit.
yes, purees and everything. It's whenever it gets less about food and more about the experience.
No, that's not.
There's a fancy new Indian restaurant under my office at work that opened up. And we went and tried it one night because they were only open for supper or something at that point in time.
Oh, wow.
And I said, this is the closest I've ever been to a Michelin star in my life. And people were shocked. And I was like, listen, I was grew up poor.
Yep.
I ain't never going to see a Michelin star.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
I'll just get
okay.
the tires,
I'll
thank you.
continue this one going. So I remember, and this was back when we started the podcast, y'all, because I listened to the first few episodes in the pool by myself at the conference in the state that we bleeped out at the time. We were too afraid to tell where we were, any information back then. And I won a trip for a conference out in Arizona at a 5-diamond resort. I'm from North Carolina, the country part of North Carolina. We grew up poor. That place blew my mind. They offered all of us at the conference, they had drinks for free twice a day, and they were alcoholic drinks. I got the
Very
non-alcoholic
pleasant.
ones. My favorite was the pink one. It was very good. I don't even remember what it was. It was delicious. And then one of the ones they gave us was a little snack tray, and it was like a mini charcuterie board. And it had the fancy crackers and the multiple types of cheese and the grapes. And this one also had strawberries. And that one was my favorite.
Cheese.
The fanciest experience I've ever had. I was in elementary school.
Ooh.
It was the summer. I was at a daycare. Every week we had a theme. One week the theme was table manners.
Oh my God.
Oh my, I know this story.
We were taught table manners, how to set fancy plate setments and where the forks and knives and spoons go and all that. At the end of the week, we were paired up. So we had little couples. We were dressed fancy. I wore a little suit or
Oh my
something,
God.
like a button up or something. They hired a limo for all of us little kids, and we rode to a tea room, and we had a little tea room meal. It was not enough, and I was hungry afterwards.
That's the
my
vibe I get with
God.
a lot of these big fancy meals that don't have a lot of
You
food.
know what it is? It's the difference in the poverty, middle class, and rich class mindset. It's not about the food or how much of it you get. It's about the experience and the quality and the presentation of the
I
food.
want to eat.
Yeah,
So
I'd rather
all of us in your
experience barbecue.
in your lower end mindset, we're like, I need more. I'm still hungry.
Food now, please.
So yeah, my fanciest experience was when I was in elementary school.
It's like, but like aside from,
Weddings don't count because I can't remember them.
I've
Actually,
never really been to a terribly fancy
yeah,
wedding.
most of my weddings aren't like actually fancy.
Same.
Like the weddings we've been to have been pretty
I think
low key, upper.
closest one I would have
middle
had
class
to a
type.
fancy would have been Micah's, because it was.
It was not that fancy.
It was not that fancy.
Well, okay.
Jacob, if you've not
was
been to a
nice.
wedding that specifies black tie, you've not gone to a fancy wedding.
Then I've never
Oh,
been
man.
to a fancy wedding.
So,
was
Drow,
nice.
tell us about those types of weddings.
The price tags on the dresses that I have seen.
No, good.
Yeah, the
heavens,
ones
I
where you
bet.
have to buy like a straight up evening gown.
Yes. Especially like everything's
I read
one
about on
shoulder, which is weird. Everything's got like this diaphanous overlay. So there's this tiny little bit of sparkle and it's always itchy. It's not worth it. It is not worth it.
And like, don't you have to bring a gift that's like so expensive? It was more than the cost of like all of our weddings out here, just the gift and your outfit.
Usually the minimum is like 300.
Yeah, minimum gifts. Yeah, no, these are weddings where they have like minimum
Used to
costs of gifts.
Buying people a George Foreman grill.
Because we live in
Yeah.
the country in the poor
That's
area.
10% the price of that.
The thing is,
What am I going to do with all these George Foreman grills?
oftentimes you will be sent back with like a bottle of champagne
Yeah.
and a small amount of charcuterie, a gift card, maybe like cufflinks.
Yeah, we get
Good
like little
heavens.
baggies of M&Ms
Listen,
if we
M&Ms
get
are
anything.
Great though. So
They're great
gotta
though.
complain.
No, not gonna lie.
Like I went to a masquerade and they had like a pretty hard limit on the type of outfit that you could wear.
Okay,
And it was real expensive, dog.
I bet. Okay, what about you? Have you got to go and get it, Derek?
No.
Because I have a follow-up question for this.
I have some fancy stuff that I've gone to, but honestly, not a lot. I think the fanciest styled thing, because I've gone to different weddings, but I've never gone anything really nice. The only thing I can really think of is at work, at our old office, we used to do Christmas parties, and it used to be, bring your significant other, and they'd have drinks and hors d'oeuvres and all this other stuff. And every time I went, I remember thinking like, it's such a minefield picking out what food is actually good here. And there's all these people I don't know because they brought their spouse, and you've been working with someone for forever, and now you finally see their significant other they talked about. It's just kind of awkward and weird.
Yeah.
We've since at work gone to having basically a Christmas office party, which is kind of better because it's just all the people you already work with, and they have real food catered.
Oh, that's good.
I love that. Yeah, I can't do the fancy stuff, man, because I want to eat. I want to consume.
So in that case, let me ask this. If you could do something fancy, whether it's a resort, a restaurant, an experience, what would you want to do?
Not melting pot.
Melting.
It's just
Pot.
cheese.
Okay, there's other courses. They've got a variety of exotic meats.
And what do you dunk them in?
I am missing something.
Cheese.
What is a melting?
Cheese.
This is also, to be fair, this is also a meme.
badger bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's cheese. It's literally just a fancy cheese experience
Derek and I have gone to the melting pot a few times
because
with
of your
my
family.
family. Yes, it starts off with like a cheese fondue course.
Uh-huh. So a restaurant, double checking.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a
Okay.
restaurant, and the thing that they specialize in is fondue. They have like a table that has an element in the center.
It's a cheese
so
fountain.
it just keeps the fondue warm.
Fondue is cheese, right?
Fondue
It
is melted
depends.
cheese that flows.
Okay.
So they start with a cheese fondue. It can be anything that you want, basically. they've got a bunch of little add-ins, and then they give you like celery and carrots, and they give you little pieces of breads and some apples and stuff to dip in
And
the
you
cheese.
have a little stick and you dip your
And
things.
you have the fondue fork, yes.
All right.
Then they'll bring out like
Stick the fondue fork. I'm sorry, this is actually this is
The
very
differences in the way you talk about it is delightful.
and then they bring out the main course, which is either like a hot oil or a hot broth, and you cook like meat, seafood,
Don't even cook your meat.
potatoes.
Wait, you could pay for all that and they don't cook it
Wait,
for
wait,
you?
no, wait. Is this the type of place where you cook it yourself?
Yes, it is the type of place that you
Oh, well,
cook
I mean,
yourself.
that's,
But part of it is the experience.
I can get that because there's like grills out there where they do the same, and I can understand that.
It's not good for how much it costs.
It is very expensive, and they give you very small portions, to be fair.
not very good. There's not a lot of food. It's
However,
interesting.
It keeps you from getting sick, and it keeps you engaging with the other person because there's a fair amount of in-between time between whenever you can eat and while you're cooking the next bit.
Rather go to Chili's.
And then
if I want cheese.
after that,
Calm down.
they'll have a chocolate fondue.
Oh,
That part is sick, okay?
That part is wonderful. They
It's
have
like a-
like little Rice Krispies. They have pound cake, strawberries.
Now you're talking.
Bananas.
There's a chocolate fountain that you get to dunk stuff in.
It's
That's-
not a
that's-
fountain, my love. It's a pot.
That's Golden Corral.
It's sick.
It's a pot of it. It's personal too. You're not just going up and
Oh, yeah.
yes.
It's sick. I love that
And
part.
it's also very dark. It's dimly lit, but it's also got the ambience of it, of like, I don't know, like Married for 15 Years type of romance.
okay.
Like I scattered some rose petals on the floor and I lit 2 candles. It's got the trying type of romance vibe, but it's not quite hitting the mark. It's just sort of dark and hard to read.
Okay.
But I've never been to one that had uncomfortable seating.
Oh, that's
My
good.
drink was always full, and I've burned myself so much.
Okay, that sounds, honestly, it sounds a little fun.
It is fun, honestly. However, you can get much better fondue at home
Okay.
if you just feel like setting it up.
It is an investment to do it at home, but if you actually want to do it regularly, just do it at home because, God, it's so expensive. And it's so, if you're just a podunk country boy going to this place and you want to think, ooh, this is fancy, going to eat food, it's the most infuriating experience.
However, the chocolate part sounds great.
What about you, Kat? If you could do something fancy, if you could do it, what would you want to do?
Oh, I know my answer to this. I would go to one of those fancy scenarios where they serve you like the multi-course meal and you wear a pretty evening dress and shoes you've never worn before, and everybody like sits there and talks about their yachts and all of that, and I would just sit there and be pretty and eat yummy food, but the food would be yummy in this case, and I would wear a pretty dress because you know what? I've not worn a pretty expensive dress since I got married.
What do you do if the soup's too hot?
You wait for it to not be too hot.
Yes.
You don't blow on
You
the
don't
soup.
blow it. You don't stir it. You wait.
Just wait. You wait while you
It's-
talk about your fancy yacht and your third vacation home.
It's sensible, I suppose.
But no, I want to do one where I wear a fancy dress.
I hear
And it's
that.
probably a little scandalous, and it probably costs more than I make in 2 years now. But, you know, it's probably got like a slit all the way up to my mid-thigh, but I want to wear the fancy clothes. And like
You've
high
never
heel
worn
shoes.
a dress with a slit?
No.
I wore one to prom.
The closest thing
My prom dresses were almost floor length.
closest thing you had to a dress with
Slits
a
weren't
slit
in when I was
was that one
at prom.
dress that you fixed to not have the slit.
I had like one of those very fakeified Americanized quote Oriental / Asian things
Yeah.
I bought as a
no.
I bought it from a thrift store, so I didn't support the company, and it had a slit all the way up to my thigh, and I promptly put a material panel underneath it.
Okay.
I looked cute though.
Yeah, you look cute.
Jacob likes it.
I liked it. So
But no, I want to wear the fancy clothes.
let's see. I don't know. A restaurant isn't my vibe. I don't know what stars it may be, but when I heard about your time at the resorts, I was like, a fancy resort might be fun, but I'd want one that was actually
Where they had something to do.
where they had stuff to do. And
That's
the
a good pick.
closest I could think of is a
Like
long time
Disney?
ago. I did actually, Disney was not my first go to because when I think of Disney, I also don't think of fancy. I think Disney is, if you like save and whatnot, anybody can go there. You could find a redneck at Disney. I did a report one time on the Atlantis Resort, Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. And that's about the only one I can think of that like looks like it has stuff to do that's actually fun and probably way too fancy.
Oh, there were things to do at the resort. You could play golf. You could swim in the pool.
God, I hate golf.
You could go to the spa. You could go to the bar.
Those are so gross.
There were things to do.
The Atlantis Resort
You know what I did?
has an aquarium and you can go do ocean activities.
You know what I did?
So,
I walked around and took
winner.
pictures of the desert hares in the gardens.
Is that the one that a shark jumped out of the tank and into the water slide and it died?
I have no idea, but until you said it died, that sounded metal as all get out.
It landed in chlorinated water.
Yeah, it makes sense that it died. I understand that now.
It's like I felt
I have
so
no idea.
outclassed at this place, by the way. It was intimidating.
That's the thing.
That's
you just need to make sure that nobody knows you feel that
It's
way.
the hard thing about fancy is like it's awkward
What was hard was I was alone.
because I'm not used to it.
One of the people who worked with me went, but we weren't like close, and it was kind of awkward because they were above me. So like hanging out with them was weird. And so I was alone in another state, way outclassed.
I hear, yeah.
Resort's a good pick because we actually at work, some of the people that like use our product are high-end luxury hotels. And I did not know this world existed because I just think like, oh, it's got fancy stuff in it. It's in a nice place. But no, it's like a like white glove, hands-on experience where they like take care of every detail for you. And it sounds really cool. If I had to do something fancy, I don't think it'd be a restaurant because I would just be irritated the whole time, or an event. I think I would do something around like drinks because I get that stuff. Like I like whiskey. I don't get wine, so I guess I couldn't really participate in that.
Like
but that would be fun.
Cocktail party?
Yeah, and it wouldn't be like, oh, this is so tasty because it's expensive. It's like, oh, this is unique and here's its story. And I'd be like, that's fun.
So almost like a fancy wine tasting, but with drinks.
Like whiskey or mixed drinks or something
Also,
like that.
I will add, if you ever get the chance to have a high dollar like spa day / massage and all that, worth every penny.
Oh, like when they have me take my pants off.
Peasants.
Peasants. I got it at the melting pot.
I like it. It's not the fanciest place,
Well,
but
yeah.
it's fun.
It's like the beginning tier of fancy. It's like the outback of fancy restaurants.
Yes.
There we
Honestly, yeah. Here's the thing, though, about anything fancy and expensive. Expensive does not mean good.
No.
go. Oh, yeah,
no.
yeah.
Expensive means expensive. Good means good.
Yeah.
Some of the best food I've had
It's
is
cheap.
also the cheapest poor people comfort food imaginable.
Oh, yeah.
That is the best food. No, I just want to wear a fancy dress. Doesn't have to be expensive.
It is nice. Good doesn't always have to be. Good can be nice, but nice doesn't have to be good. Same thing with expensive.
Nice is different than good.
Yeah. It's the same way with like, and I referenced the whiskey world earlier. Like there is a point where like whiskey, get what you pay for up to a certain point, but like after a certain point, the diminishing returns hit hard. And then you're paying for some very specific weird thing or a name or something like that. And quality of what you're getting no longer is reflected in your price.
Nobody got my Into the Woods reference there?
Wait, no, I have seen it. I just don't remember it because it was a middle school production.
Centuries before the Starstone was raised, the Wizard Kings next and get war with one another, scarring land between them into a devastated, unstable, terrible hors d'oeuvre wasteland. From the glowing ashes of the Mana Wastes rose the Alkenstar, the city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, factories,
So
and
this is
pulled
just
pork
New York.
barbecue. To the world, Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable hors d'oeuvres. On its streets, life in Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition.
Or the fondue pot.
And it is here that a
the
desperate
melting
group, hungry for revenge, because they couldn't get enough fucking food at this party, living on the edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out. They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar.
I would like to remind everyone that it's canon that Miss Tumand, the one who did the party, got a turkey leg from the turkey. So you can eat if you're hungry.
She knew what was up.
She knew what was up.
She came from poor backgrounds.
That's why she had 50 roasted peacocks. All right, when we last left our brave band of adventurers, you had just finished rubbing elbows at a hoity-toity art party. You were here hoping to get some information about what Loveless was up to. You know that she has been making regular contact with a upper crust member of Alkenstar's elite, Miss Christia Tumend. She was hosting an art gala that you got tickets for from Lovelace's office. And when you went, you talked to some of the people at the party for a little bit, and then you noticed that Vuslog, the leader of the Leadsmiths, was there and seemed to know who some of you were. And Tumend mistook Chester and Psycheer as art critics.
You say mistook. She was told we were.
And you successfully passed yourself off as art critics.
That was so fun.
Still don't know what the Cyclops' plan was for that. If we had a bad opinion, what then? Would we get kicked out?
I wrote myself out of the episode while trying to be strategic.
It was important. Whenever you finished bullshitting your way about art, you got some important information out of Tumend. She had been is sponsoring a bill to basically raise a standing army for Alkenstar, requiring conscription of a certain chunk of its citizens. She's purchased a lot of firearms for the shield marshals in support of this, but her bill doesn't look like it's going to gain a lot of public support because most people are pretty confident in Alkenstar's current defenses and don't see the need for it. You don't think Tumend is corrupt or evil. You think that she just is very patriotic.
Maybe a little naive.
I think she actually has some valid points, but don't agree with her 100%. She actually just seems like she genuinely cares about Alkenstar.
Yeah, it's just you think Lovelace might be using her political pull to get more power herself.
I mean, we know she's not a bad person. She grabbed a whole turkey leg. Oh,
obviously.
Peacock leg. Mm-hmm. Man, I'd try peacock.
But other than that, you also heard that Lovelace has been in contact with Ibrahim, which you already knew about. And after the party, or after you were done at the party, you hopped on the elevator to go down, and you were ambushed on a floor by a group of leadsmiths. And that's where we left you guys. Did I miss anything, Jacob?
I don't believe you did. Oh, we got a tour of her
I made a prediction.
We did get like hints that like if what she said is to be taken into consideration, there could be a terrorist attack to make the people of Alkenstar get riled up and be more supportive of the bill. But we also learned that Ibrahim is a wizard/geomancer, which is important for whenever we have to inevitably fight him. And we got to see a whole bunch of stuff that we couldn't get worth a lot of money. Maybe we'll solve.
I was walking Jacob through the gold value of everything he saw, but too bad. I don't know why they put treasure in this thing. It's like, are you really just going to steal from this rich person's house?
We're supposed to be relatively good people.
If she were a bad person, I wouldn't be against it, but like we were directly told this adventure is made for people who are like misunderstood and frames or at least decent people or not evil, and it's like
also, like, if you're going to steal, how are you going to haul out a statue of a chimera?
We do have a magic bag that was given to us day one, so.
Still, that's a big old statue. I don't get why it's like, oh, here's some loot. It's like, what? But yeah, last we left off, you guys were being ambushed. You're going down the elevator. You see it stop suddenly while you're talking. The doors open, and you see a whole gaggle of leadsmiths.
Geese?
Yeah, it's a whole squad of geese. They have bowler hats on and guns. You're gonna die today. Everybody roll initiative.
Wait, but they're not on the map. Do we have a map for this?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to roll initiative instead of doing after you.
Wait, is this floor an exact replica of the floor above?
It's the same floor.
Cheap. All right, Chester is going to free action, get his Drakenheart on.
All right, let's go. Psyche, what was your initiative?
23. I rolled a 10.
2319. Eleanor.
24. This is why I use after you.
Chester Williams.
Oh no. 24. That's a 6 on the die.
24.
We're in trouble.
Chester also takes 1 damage.
Oh, yeah. Door opens. Chester. All right, so they're not geese. I think they're hobgoblins. This is what their art looks like.
Hobo goblins?
Oh.
It's just a blue goblin.
They're tall. He's too tall to be a
Are those
goblin.
bombs in his fingers?
Those are shotgun shells.
They
He's
say
got a sawed off.
your goose is cooked.
I don't like geese.
Honk.
Me neither. Die.
We don't.
All right, top of round 1, Eleanor.
Wait.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Didn't you get a 24?
Yeah, what did Jacob get?
I got a 24.
He's got to have a higher initiative than me. My perception is plus 13.
Mine's plus 18.
He should be first.
Eleanor goes first.
Okay, all right. Arguing.
Okay, fine.
Only because Foundry says so.
Okay, Eleanor dashes forward as part of her movement action. She's going to roll acrobatics to attempt a tumble behind. Cocked. What is with the nines? That's a 29 acrobatics.
9 probably.
That'll do it.
Okay. I will use an action to draw my sword cane before I did that. Sorry.
Okay.
So action to draw, action to roll and tumble through because I can do as part of an action. Final action, strike.
Okay.
All right, let's see if I hit. I have panache now. Nat 20!
Oh, no.
And of course, I do it with this. And I don't have my deadly D8 because it's the sword cane.
Hey, Liz still doing great though.
Okay. By the way, that's a 38 to hit.
That'll hit.
So let's see.
That would have critted without the natural 20.
I have 4d6 now. Plus 4. And then what? I roll again? It's been so long since I've had a
double
crit
it.
like that. I just double it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a 6 and a 5 for 11. Plus 2 is 13. Plus 7 is 20 exact. Doubled is 40 damage plus 4 for my strength.
So 44?
44 damage.
Did you not
Wonderful.
double your strength already?
Do I double the strength?
Yeah, you double.
Then that's 48
You
damage.
double the whole damage.
Yeah.
48 damage then. That's not bad. I
Very
rolled
good.
2 1s though.
A palpable hit.
And I do not have the actions to raise my buckler, so I'm a little sad.
Are these guys just lined up down this hallway?
Yep. All right, that is a palpable hit. That's your turn, right?
I did 3 actions. I'm done.
Chester Williams.
Chester, which one got hit? This one?
Yeah.
Chester's going to devise a stratagem on the hobo goblin. That one in particular.
Okay.
The one I've already hurt.
He will also do a knowledge check. Would that be a society?
Yes, actually.
Oh, great. So first the knowledge check. 29.
These are leadsmiths. What's funny is my stat block says various dwarven investigators for hire.
Uh-huh.
They have the dwarf trait, but the art in the book and on the map and everywhere I've seen is a hobo goblin.
Huh.
They're hobo goblins in my book.
Were the hobgoblins also upstairs for security?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leadsmiths.
I mean, their leader's a cyclops. I don't know what I'm surprised about.
I think they're not supposed to be just one ancestry or whatever, but
Yeah.
like
But it's what it shows.
anything else you want to know specifically?
Anything useful? Do they happen to have a weakness?
I was trying to look up hobgoblin and typed hobo goblin.
Oh my god.
It sticks after a while, the dumb things you say instead of the actual things.
Good.
Be careful if you accidentally use one at work.
I'm a curse on other people.
You are a curse.
Be cursed.
No weaknesses or anything like
I
that.
didn't think so.
They have
Special attack then? Or are they really just generic gunslinger?
some detective abilities. No, that's true. They'll come in really useful right now. So they have this ability called the bully effect. If the melee and range strikes deal an additional 2d6 bludgeoning damage to creatures that were shoved within the past round.
Oh, that could come into play.
Yeah,
Well, that sucks.
there's not a lot going on.
All right, Chester, did I happen to critical that knowledge check?
What was the total?
29.
No.
I did not think so. He will move. That's a lot of hobo goblins. And he will throw at that man, that hobgoblin.
Why did you get in the way of Sykir's potential line attack?
Do you want me to get out of the way?
I want to hit you.
You know him? Okay, well, Chester's going to
Anyways, 20-meter radius.
go right there. They still can't. They can only get so far into the room right there. That works. I was also trying to block them from getting in. Chester will then throw a bottled lightning moderate since he's got 6 of them.
Doesn't that make them flat-footed or off-guarded?
It will.
I love it. Do it.
But I'm hoping it just kills him. That's going to be a 10 on the die. I got 2 10s when I rolled those. A 10 on the die plus 18 for 28.
Hit.
Yeah. That's going to be 2d6 plus 3d6. I need to find me another set of dice with an extra d6.
Here.
Take it.
You are very welcome.
Get your hand off that horn.
All right. My damage. Oh, that was horrible. 6, 2, And
I don't have
2,
the arm to bonk you
make
with it.
10 plus 3 is 13 plus I'm getting distracted with my math plus 2 is 15 plus 2 actually no it's 15 damage and he's got 2 persistent damage.
15 damage?
Yep.
Alrighty.
He is also flat-footed now.
The one Eleanor is fighting?
Yes, the one Eleanor already damaged.
Alright.
So 15 damage plus 2 persistent.
Cool. That your turn?
That is my turn.
Alright. This one's going to step in, and I'm going to attempt to
You said
shove
step in.
Psyche here.
I can't do an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, fuck you. I don't want to do attack of opportunity. This is the attack trait, so I'm going to make an athletics check against Psycheer's fortitude DC. So 10 plus your fortitude score.
27.
I rolled really good. Natural 19 for a total of 36.
You do not critical.
Oh, that was close though.
All right, so you are going to move 5 feet back, schwam, and I'm going to shoot at you with my scabator gun. And is that all he hits with Psycheer? Yep, he just hit Psycheer with his scatter gun.
Oh, it's a scatter. That's great.
So Psycheer, I need you to make... Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is just going to be against my AC, right? This
wait.
isn't a...
Time. Did Psycheer get... does Psycheer...
I haven't rolled yet, no.
Oh, so it's when we're doing it when you roll, not the start
Yeah.
of the fight? Okay.
Your magic surge is such a fun little addition to the class.
I like this fancy party happening on this floor, too. Mm-hmm.
I love looking at the bedding.
Party. I didn't know she had 2 floors. That she just
She's very
mirrored.
rich.
She's so rich, she keeps a backup party.
That's right.
Complete with clones of the original attendees.
Yep.
And of the art. She keeps it for insurance purposes, of course.
I'm going to make an attack roll.
Okay. 26 is my AC.
I think I hit it exactly.
Okay.
So you are going to take a grand total of 5 piercing damage. I can do that.
I haven't moved or I haven't gone yet, so I can't use a reaction.
Nope. 5 damage.
Are you?
Oh, and then you're also going to take 2d6 more bludgeoning damage because I shoved you. So 5 more bludgeoning
All right.
damage. And then I'm going to step again.
A second step?
And
wait.
not
Step,
reload.
shove, shoot, step?
Shot doesn't count.
Oh, no, I can't do that. Yeah, step, shove, shoot. So I need to keep this horn away from me.
Yes.
I will take your grown stick.
Okay, so that's his turn. I don't want to reload because then Eleanor will hit me. Psycheer, it's your turn. See if you explode.
I do not
you don't explode. You get a spell back, but you're very cool.
No.
No?
I used the dream spell today.
Oh!
level spell is
Never
that?
drow.
I didn't know Psycheer played Minecraft.
Ah! I understand that joke.
It was a 3rd rank.
Yeah.
Hot dog!
Yes, so I'm going to get that back. And then I'm going to use one of my new 5th level spells.
Oh, hot dog.
Yeah, I'm going to aim it right here.
Shadow Bolt!
Shadow
And
Bolt.
then
Shadow Bolt.
everybody in a 15-foot radius, including Eleanor,
I'll live.
is going to need to roll.
As I can, this is flashbacks to Owen all over again. Cat's gonna roll a natural 1.
Please say reflex
Hang
save.
on, it doesn't say there's a save. There's gotta be. Hang on.
Be.
Okay.
Targets, basic reflex or will. Target's choice.
Oh, yes.
Reflex.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make this spirit damage. That's like negative energy, right? Like void.
Hold on, let's look at the legacy version for simplicity.
It doesn't damage creatures that have no spirit.
Yeah, what is it? It affects with creatures with spiritual F.
Jacob.
Yeah, you got it.
So you couldn't do this against a construct.
Yeah, it's like elemental, bludgeoning, force,
This is basically
piercing.
the ghost touch spell version of it.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and roll your damage for me, Psycheer.
Oh, by the by, it's reflex or will that's the target's choice.
Yes.
34
So,
for my save.
Your choice and Eleanor's choice.
So this will be 68.
Ooh, 17 damage.
What's the save?
And
What?
what's your save?
On 68?
2, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3.
Oh,
I want to use a bottle cap and re-roll that.
That's not how bottle caps work.
I'll use both of them right now.
That's not how they work.
you only
That's
have
not a
one.
D20 roll. What's your DC?
27.
27? Mm-hmm. All right,
So I didn't.
You didn't
What?
crit? You're going to
I
take half
just
damage.
succeeded.
I mean, don't you have the thing that makes your successes critical successes for reflex?
What is that called?
Evasion.
I do.
Then
All right,
It's a critical
so
success.
Regular failure for this guy. Normal damage. Regular success for the second one.
Don't you love playing the game of doing each one? And trying to remember which one has which damage?
I can't. It's not that hard. Regular failure for this one. Damage.
Nice use of an AoE effect.
Regular
spell, drought.
failure for this one.
Oh, don't
I'll just
forget,
keep
he's
talking.
flat-footed.
Shut up.
And damaged with 48 points of damage.
All right, let's roll for the guy who's flat-footed, and he gets a total of 18, so he's going to take regular damage,
Did any of them critically fail?
and he's dead.
Ah, he's dead!
There we go. We took out one.
No, the reflex is plus 15, so
You killed a man.
really hard to critically fail.
I'm going to
But all of them
do
got hurt.
one of my focus spells. I'm going to do Death's Call.
Okay, this is a reaction.
Yes, it is a reaction.
Close out cell phone. Beep, boop, 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 death.
Sup, you dead.
I get... What level was he?
5.
So I get 5 plus the spellcasting ability modifier of temporary hit points.
Nice.
Okay, so 9, right? Mm-hmm. Do you have any actions left?
I have 1, yes.
I thought that was the other spell a free action.
Reaction.
I like having reactions. I wish Chester had some. That were useful.
Chester has a reaction. He's had it since
Hibbity-habbity.
Yeah,
Day one.
hibbity-habbity.
Yeah, clue in. Hey, your investigate check could get a +1. +2 now, actually. But, you know.
Last action psych here.
Don't fucking rush me. Time sense.
Okay.
So that I get a +1 to either an attack roll, a perception check, a saving throw, or a skill check. Oh, wait.
Is it also
The
a
cast of
reaction?
this same turn.
Ah.
Never mind.
Do you have a shield you want to raise?
I will raise my shield, yes.
Alrighty.
Buchler.
You're Buchler.
My spell guard shield.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So next in the order is going to be a bunch of leadsmiths.
Yep.
God, I do love playing 6 enemies.
5. We killed one.
Shut up.
I tried with that critical to take one down. I just rolled poorly. That was a critical with 3 ones.
Yeah, we've all rolled pretty bad for our damage this round.
Except I did roll a 20 once.
Even that guy only rolled 5 with
I'm
his
going to
damage.
move through Eleanor's space.
I attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you do.
Critical. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him dead.
No. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I can hit with a natural 4?
I forget how weak level 5 enemies are.
At this point.
Yeah. At this
That's
point.
66 of... No, just 2, because I'm not panashed. 2d6 of damage. 10 damage.
10 damage.
And I have no reaction now, so I can't nimble dodge.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to beat you with my club.
For reals?
Or rather, I'm going to shoot you with my shotgun. You
Not gonna
and...
shove Eleanor?
Nah, not yet. I'm going to shoot you with my shotgun. Natural 20.
Oh.
So that's a 35, which will critically hit.
Yeah, because it's a natural 20.
20.
Though if it weren't, it wouldn't have critical.
Yeah. You're going to take 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to reload and hit you with my club.
For a critical?
Shut up. 27.
Yes, that is my AC exactly, because I couldn't put up my buckler.
And you're going to take 9 points of
and I'm
bludgeoning
heckin'
damage.
mad because I got a new ability, and if I'm reading it right, I could have done that.
And my gun is now reloaded.
Oh.
Because I have cool abilities.
That's neat.
Isn't it great? Man, I hate it when they throw more than 3 things at you. It's the worst. Next one's turn. Move. Shoot. Smack. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Just gonna shove Eleanor.
Into Chester, or can he shove me diagonally?
I'll figure that out later.
I mean, as long as he shoves you, he gets the bonus, so it doesn't matter if you move or not.
He fails to shove you. Unless your fortitude is 10.
No, my fortitude is higher than that.
My fortitude's 10.
Shut up. Then he's going to beat you with his club.
He's gonna try.
Yep, he sure is. And he's gonna fail with a 17.
If I hadn't used my attack of opportunity, I actually could have done opportune riposte.
Well, I mean, you got a good attack of opportunity off anyway. Next one's going to come up, move, and he is going to shoot his scatter gun at Chester and Eleanor. Kerbam.
Does that a reflex save or a roll?
I roll.
Okay.
What? Well, it doesn't matter. I got an 18 against your ACs.
You critically failed.
And then I'm going
dummy.
to reload as I strike with my club.
Who's he striking?
Eleanor.
Say Eleanor?
Yeah. You can't hit anybody else.
I can't hit anyone else. So it's going to be Eleanor. 23 is going to be a miss. Okay.
Does he reload if he misses? He's using risky reload, isn't he?
No.
Oh,
No, he can reload it even if he misses.
sweet.
Last one. Let's see. Which one are you? Oh, he can't even get into the room.
He should use his scatter gun too.
I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to...
20 meter.
Are we going to go clubbing?
He's going to ready to go into the room if he gets an opening. You know what? He's going to ready to shoot if he gets an opening.
Can he not just shoot past his friend, or do you not want to do
I don't want to
cover?
shoot my friends.
No, I mean past his friend without the scatter gun. They haven't all been scattergun shots.
Yeah,
have
they have.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
You didn't always measure, so I just thought some of them were a bit more accurate than others.
Top of round 2, it's Eleanor's turn.
Okay, so I have a new ability I'm always forgetting I have called Tumbling Strike. And it says make an acrobatics check to move through an enemy space and make a strike against them as one action.
Oh.
And I'm always forgetting I have this. But it says it's only one action.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to use that.
Okay.
So if does this work as tumble through? So if you succeed and hit, you just get your bonus
It
right away?
doesn't say.
Good question. What's it called again?
Tumbling strike. If I succeed, I can hit. But if it's a critical success, they're flat-footed.
Oh, so they don't get flat-footed from this. You just get to move through their square.
Oh, wait, I can't do this because there's no any open square.
No.
Okay, well, I'm just going to do a attempt to tumble behind. Natural 20. And now my strike, natural 19.
Who are you hitting?
You could have critical again.
I'm going to hit the one straight across from me.
Okay.
So that is a 19 plus 18 is 37.
Yeah, just critical me already.
Ooh, 3 6s.
Oh!
18, 20, 23, 24, plus another 4 for mine is 28. Double 28 is 56 damage. Do I eviscerate him?
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
He has 2 hit points.
So that's 2 actions. I will now draw and raise my buckler.
Okay. Chester Williams.
And Chester's
Well,
going to
raise my buckler.
do his John. 12 plus...
2 nat 20s
Does a
and
12
a
does
19.
a 31 happen to critical and knowledge check on these guys?
No.
Okay. Then it doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure I've already learned anything important. He is going to, next action, equip by taking off his scarf, his bladed scarf +1 striking, and he is going to use this 6 on the die plus 18 to attack the one that Eleanor critted for a total of 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Did you have to change the music because it's like a beat down?
I was getting tired.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I missed one. Missed one. Oh my goodness. Talk about below average. That is 3, 2 is 5, 2 is 7, 3 is 10, 1 is 11, plus 3 is 14 damage.
14 damage.
Yep.
To the one in front of Eleanor.
The one that Eleanor critted.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Dead.
He's dead.
Very dead. And that is Chester's entire turn. These guys don't happen to be undead, do they?
Nope.
Okay.
Would you do a little extra
That would
damage?
be 2 more.
He falls down on the floor of the elevator.
Now he's dead, not undead.
That's right.
Okay. Next would be the dead one, but he's dead. Just Chester. Psych here.
I'll go with
The
him.
Observer. Williams Chesterton. Chester the Observer. This is Chester the Swashbuckler. This is Chester the Observer.
And I'm John.
John Alkenstar. What do you want to do, Psych here?
3 action harm.
Yeah. On who?
Yeah, that's a fucking
Eleanor, no.
30-foot emanation, dog.
Psych here says, I'm going to others harm today.
This is the fight where Psyche
there a
hurts
save?
Eleanor.
Yes, it's a DC 27 fortitude save.
Okay. I gotta roll a 10 and I can make that.
So this
Go
is
ahead,
all
roll your damage.
because we've had the fights where Psycheer does nothing but hurt Chester. So now it's Eleanor's turn.
11.
11 damage.
I got an 8, so I do take the damage because I don't make the fort save.
Luckily, it's only
27 fortitude save.
Yes.
All right.
11.
I got
11,
25, so I take 11 damage.
Oh my
I can
goodness.
take it.
I've succeeded twice already. I've rolled really good.
That's nice.
Oh my goodness. 15, 16, and 17.
Huh.
Great.
Good.
I think you're lying.
No, I can show you.
I'm joking.
There's the 8. There we go.
So what is that total
Full
to?
damage. What?
What's that total to with the
Oh,
eight?
it was 20 total.
20 total, then he critically fails. Or wait, no.
No,
That's
I'd have to get a
27.
17
Yeah.
to critically fail. Okay. All right, but you dealt out, what was that? 15 plus 11, 26 points of damage to all these guys.
That's great.
Pretty good. 3 action harm, and Chester got healed.
Did Chester take any damage?
Actually, he had taken 1 damage from his neck, his collar.
So you
Oh
healed
my
his little bitty
God.
pinprick.
I feel so much better, Psycheer. Thank you. I got like stung on
No.
my
And
neck.
Eleanor's over
I
here
feel so good.
with blood coming out of her armor.
And I took 2 from that because of my temporary
hit
HP.
points.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, I should actually roll.
What? Do you have to roll?
So yeah, that's exactly what I expected.
Regular failure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, now it's the lead smith in front of Psycheer's turn, and he's going to shove Chester.
Hey,
Get
That's not a
wrecked.
manipulate action, is it?
No, it has the attack trait.
Okay.
32.
what are we going against?
Your fortitude DC.
26. You shoved me.
You are shoved 5 feet back, Chester. And then he is going to scattergun shoot you.
Rude.
That doesn't hit me, does it?
It actually doesn't.
Yay!
He's going to miss. And then he's going to smack Eleanor with his club and reload.
Go ahead and try to hit me with my 29 AC.
8.
That's a critical failure. I have not used a action. I'm going to opportune riposte.
Oh,
Or riposte, excuse me.
great.
That's a natty 18. We're just going to go ahead and assume that hits.
What's the total? It's very important.
18 plus 18 is 36.
It's a critical hit.
So roll, double it. 6 and a 5 for 11 plus 4 is 15. Doubled is 30 damage on an attack of opportunity. Die!
He's still up, but that hurt.
I'm hot tonight.
God. Okay. Well, that's his turn. It's now this other one's turn. He's going to shoot his scattergun. Oh no, he can't because he'll hit his friend.
Is he the sort of... He's not like a gilded gun... No, not like a powder keg punk where he wouldn't care, huh?
No, if it was powder keg punks, they'd shoot each other for giggles all day long. He's gonna... you know what? He is going to step and he's going to shoot Chester and Eleanor.
Rude.
Rude.
And that is going to be a total of natural 2.
Oh,
I've already used my opportune riposte.
Forget about it.
pobrecito.
And then he's going to smack Eleanor and reload.
I'm gonna try.
I like how these guys just hit at Eleanor just to reload their guns. It's very funny.
It is kind of a cool ability, not gonna lie.
27.
You miss because of my buckler.
Well, at least my gun's reloaded. This triggers my readied action for this guy who will now shoot. But
Eleanor, won't that still hit his friends?
it won't trigger his ready action because of his friends.
Does
He's not a chaos goblin.
Get out of the way, guys! Jesus Christ! Why do we
Maybe
bring
who that
shotguns
is.
to an elevator?
Maybe we all shouldn't have bundled up.
yeah, down a straight hallway and block each other in?
Whoever wrote this encounter needs to be shot with a scattergun. I think this next guy can actually get Chester and Eleanor with the scattergun.
Do that again.
It depends. It's like I pick a corner, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow, Chester, you're fine. Anyway, 20-meter radius scattergun burst. Actually, you know what? He's going to shove Eleanor. Fuck this shit. He's going to shove Eleanor.
What's he got to do to try to shove me?
What's your fortitude DC?
Plus 17.
He doesn't shove you.
Don't forget to take your -5 nap.
I do it every time. And then he's just going to beat you with a stick.
He's going to try.
He misses. He's gonna beat you with a stick again.
Multiple attack penalty for a third go.
Yeah, natural 7 for a 12.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he misses.
Then
Is
the
he
final
desperate?
guy is going to move up. He's going to try to shove Eleanor. This is not going my way. Athletics, 27 is... Oh, yeah, I do. I shove Eleanor. Finally. Jesus Christ. Eleanor gets shoved 5 feet back. And then he's going to shoot at you, I think. God damn it.
What do you roll?
The natural one.
His buddy's in the way. You know what? Fuck this shit. You're getting shot, dude.
Oh no. Oh, Chester's in this too now.
Oh, he misses everyone anyway. It's fine.
Aw.
Even his friend.
Oh.
Hey, stop shooting at me. Okay. Well, move, shove, shoot. That's my turn. Eleanor, it's your turn.
All right, I no longer have my buckler up. I am going to attempt a tumble through. Remind me who's been hurt.
All of them.
All of them? Okay, I'm going to attempt to tumble through to land right in front of the one on the left. The bottom left.
Okay.
That is 34.
That's a critical hit.
Okay?
Oh, wait. No, that's not a hit. That's your...
But that's my...
Oh.
I thought you meant like I succeeded my acrobatics.
Yeah, you succeed.
And, I might miss. Does 21 hit?
That's a miss. Wait, is he flat-footed?
He is flat-footed if I
That's a
succeed.
normal hit.
Okay.
Whoever thought this would be a great idea, I hate 6 low-level creatures.
All with scatterguns bunched
Let's
together.
see.
Yeah.
That's 10 plus 5 is 15, 17, 21 plus 4 is 25 damage.
25 damage.
And for my final action, I will raise my buckler.
You could just... Oh, you did a finisher, didn't you?
Yes, I did a finisher. I can't attack again. If I hadn't, I would have.
Chester Williams. And Chester Williams is going to devise stratagem.
Have you had too much elven absinthe?
Oh my lord.
You know it. All right. I got a natural 20 on the recall knowledge. Do I critical that with my plus 19?
Yeah.
All right. I get a +1 to my hit then.
You know that
plus
they really
1.
like fruitcake.
That's right. That means my 11 on the die is
They
going
deserve
to
to die.
become plus 19 for a total of 30.
With your Sherlock Holmes like detail sensing abilities, you can tell that they were all freshly from the melting pot today.
At least they had a decent meal. Maybe, if they like it. It was on this one, by the by. And Chester's going to... does a 30 happen to critical? I don't think it
No.
does. Chester's going to hit it with his scarf because he has reach.
Okay.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
You whip out your Hot Topic scarf, your Blink 182 scarf.
Your Spencer scarf.
That's 10, 11, 12, 14, plus 3 is 17 damage.
Alrighty. Still up barely. Is that your turn?
That was devise, that was attack, and then Chester's gonna... You know, he's gonna throw a bomb. Why not?
Alright.
At we'll say this... No, the same guy. The same guy. He'll see if he can chuck a bomb at him.
See if you
alright.
kill him.
Chester misses.
Okay.
And because of the thing, he does no splash damage.
Thank you.
Okay. Psych here. Harm again? Harm again, jiggity jig.
Yeah.
3 action harm.
Do I need to roll again?
What level?
Let's do third.
Okay.
I need to roll.
Yep.
Chester's fine. Chester hasn't taken any
How much damage?
yet.
Hang on, I was rolling my save
Why did you need to roll a save?
because it's on me.
Can't you choose for it not to be?
No, it's an emanation.
Huh. That is
20.
20 is your save or 20 is the damage?
20 is the
damage.
damage.
Okay, so then I did a 34 save.
Oh my goodness, I critically failed finally.
So I just take half damage?
Yes.
Okay. I've taken more damage from Psyche here than I have from the enemies.
40 damage. Holy shit. Fortitude for the second one. Jeez, it's going to take me a second. Normal failure. Fortitude for you. Regular success. All right, the one that succeeds dies.
Woo!
And then regular failure.
You don't have to be affected by it.
Oh,
I
really?
don't have to be affected by it.
An
Yay!
emanation issues forth from each side of your space.
Okay.
That's why larger creatures actually get a bigger emanation. And then the last part actually says, unless the text states otherwise, the creature created an emanation effect chooses whether the creature is at its center is affected. Whether the creature at it, yeah, you get it.
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
All right, that's your turn, Psyche. Here is 3 of them left, and they are all in pretty rough shape.
Oh no, they can't even run either. We have the exits.
Yep.
Unless they want to,
Shove Eleanor.
jump out a window.
Eleanor does a 33 beat your fortitude DC.
My fortitude DC. Well, what's the fortitude DC? Is
10
it
plus your fortitude.
Safe.
27, so yes.
Okay, you get shoved. Good.
At least they can shove really well.
They sure can. That's about all they can do well. Shove, scattergun time. You and Chester are going to make an attack roll against you. Ooh, 28 against both of you.
You miss. I put up my buckler.
You hit spot on.
All right, Chester, you're going to take 8 points of piercing damage. And then
Yes.
I'm going to step over to Chester. And then now I got 2 more of these guys to do. This one's going to move to Psyche here and shove.
Yeah.
And fail to shove. And then he's just going to shoot you and miss.
He's not going clubbing.
And then he's going to go. He can't club because he moved.
Oh.
And now it is going to be the last one's turn. His gun is empty from last time. He's going to move, reload, smack
Is a
against
reload
Eleanor.
a manipulate action?
No. Not when he's doing his special thing.
Okay.
He's going to do his reload smack against Eleanor. Eglinor does a 26 hit.
Nope.
Well, he reloads. And he's going to shoot his gun again. Does a... Nope, that misses too. What is your AC?
29 when my buckler's up.
It's only melee attacks that you get your opportune riposte, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he didn't critically miss, thankfully. Okay, that's their turn. Eleanor, your turn.
Oh, okay. I will tumble through, and I'm actually going to go all the way through. Why not?
Okay.
I rolled a 2, so I could fail. Let's say 22 acrobatics.
Reflex DC?
Yes.
Miss a fail.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't go through.
Okay. Could just attack normally.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, because then I can attack twice. I'm going to attack normally. And the acrobatics tumble through does not count as a attack. Does a 24 hit.
Yes.
Okay. That is 8 plus 4 is 12 damage.
You kill him.
Okay. And then I can attack the one that's in front of Chester. So I'm going to attack again with my multiple attack penalty. I haven't done that in forever. Ugh, I missed 16.
Yeah, that's a miss.
It's not a critical though, right?
No.
Okay.
All right, that's your turn. Chester Williams.
Chester Williams.
Chester Williams.
Chester Williams
Chester
is going to devise a stratagem on the goblin.
Chester gonna devise a stratagem on that hobgoblin.
On
Williams.
account of
On
he's a
account of
Williams.
how he's gonna devise a stratagem on that hobgoblin.
15 on the die.
Hey,
When I devise our stratagem, is it turned on? It is. That's going to be 15
Pokemon coded ass.
plus 18, 33.
That'll hit. That'll critically hit.
We.
Is this your
Like to party?
scarf?
Yes.
Oh boy.
3 and 3 and 4 make 10. Plus 3 is 13. Plus 1 is 14. 14's a good roll that I make all the time with this. Plus 3 is 17. Times 2 is 34.
That'll kill him.
Yay!
Scarf death.
I do that.
As you swing your Blink 182 scarf, you hear all the small things as it whistles through and cuts off his head.
Oh, the
Small things.
It's like
He's
one
dead.
of those terrible toothbrushes from like 2008.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, that's that. Psyche, it's your turn. There's one left in front of you.
I'm
Touch.
something similar. I'm going to lower my eyes to be like directly staring into him, and I'm going to cast Debilitating Dichotomy.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
You show him the horrors of your inner machinations.
Yes. So this
Milk
is
falls over. What save?
Will.
Sylph.
I already saved, so I critically saved, so everything's fine for me.
Oh,
28.
that spell.
I normal succeed.
You normal succeed. So
Whoa, look at all those dice.
39 halved.
His brain explode. He dead.
Boom.
Why did they give you 6 level 5 enemies?
That's a great question.
It doesn't seem like a very threatening encounter.
You kill the last leadsmith. The doors close.
Excuse me, I didn't close those doors.
We're gonna loot
gonna loot
these
the bodies.
Oh, the automatic thing shut, you know?
I'm
I
gonna
can put my
foot-
hand.
It magnetically sucks all
No,
the bodies in.
no. I'm
No,
also
we're
pretty
looting
sure
these bodies.
there are bodies blocking the door itself as well.
You gather all the bodies in.
No, we're not doing that. Are you kidding me?
Loot
You go
them,
down to the first
then
floor.
Get to the elevator.
The police show up.
Oh, hey, it's an awfully suspicious pile of bodies you got there, brah.
We'll handle the looting off air.
Yes.
But you go down to the first floor, leaving a stack of corpses on
You stop that.
the other floor.
Me?
Like shutting the door and opening it. The elevator goes all the way down to the first floor. It opens up. And you walk out of the tower. And that's where we're going to pick up in our next episode.
Wonderful.
Lovely. Nice little combat episode.
Nice. Yeah.
I love being the biggest threat to my party.
Yeah, literally, Drow did more damage to me than all 6 of them combined. Psycheer hurt me more than they did.
Wow. I don't know
Eleanor
what
goes
that's
home and
like.
cries a little bit.
You get used to it.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. We are also on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon Podcast. If you'd like to support the show, check out our Ko-fi page. You can find us at ko-fi.com/thirdgallon. That's KO-FI/3rd gallon. Our theme music for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.